How important do you think a good acquisition manager is in your wholesaling real estate business? Hey, what's up, guys? Graylan Stewart here with another video. I'm a virtual wholesaler and entrepreneur. I am based out of Colorado and we wholesale nationwide. So today's video, I'm going to talk about the importance of a good acquisition manager. Like I said on many other channels, or many other videos on this channel rather, I just talk the truth about wholesaling. There's good and bad. There's ups and downs. And I'm kind of struggling right now with the acquisition manager. I've had one steady acquisition manager for a couple of years now, and she's done really great for me. But I need another one. I need a full-time person. I've hired probably 3 or 4 since then. None of them have really panned out. They all talk the big talk and have good hopes, but it's a struggle, and I'm just being honest. And I'm just looking for a new one. I'm always looking. We're always looking to add people. If I ever find somebody that's good, that would be a good fit in my organization, I'm going to add them, whether we have a position open or not. Just fit them in somewhere. So that's kind of always been my philosophy. Always hiring, because you never know. There's always somebody that you're always growing, so you always kind of need more help. As you scale up and that kind of thing. But yeah, my struggle right now is just looking for a good acquisition manager. And, the reason I think acquisition manager is probably the most important role in the company, it's at least up there in the top 2. Marketing is probably number 1, because without marketing, you have nobody for the acquisition managers to call, okay? But as far as, the whole thing that makes it all go, you have to have acquisition managers taking the leads, okay? But the most important thing is they have to be self-motivated, especially with my model. We're 100% virtual, so everybody works from their own home. Self-motivation. You got to be able to get up and start your day at 8 o'clock and finish at 5. And if the job takes longer than that, continue on. So that's the main thing, is I'm looking for somebody that's money motivated, because you definitely cannot make less than 6 figures working with me. If you're actually working full time, it's impossible. We have so many leads coming in, and we're marketing so much throughout the whole country, and we've just got tons of leads. And when you have probably 20 to 30 leads per acquisition manager every week, think about that as time goes on. Eventually you have hundreds of leads that you're following up with, and you also have new leads that you're getting on a day-to-day basis. So that role is important. You have to be super self-motivated to wake up every day. You can't rely on one deal, because I've seen that happen many times. Acquisition managers get comfortable. They're like, okay, I got a deal. I'm getting a payday coming soon, in 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it takes on different deals or different, every time. But the fact of the matter is, as you scale, your contract to close number goes down. When I first started, it was probably 8 or 9 out of 10 contracts were closing, because we were just in one central location, and it was just easier to kind of churn those and make those happen. But as you scale up, your contract to close definitely goes down. Right now we're probably at 6 to 7 contracts are going to close, out of 10, right? And the reason is, as you do more deals, as you have more contracts under contract, more properties under contract, there's more chances of there being title issues or a seller backing out, or different things like that could happen. Or, it can't even be probated because of the way the situation was, or whatever the case. I'm just saying, the more you scale, the more important it is to keep your pipeline filled, and that way you always have leads coming in. Those leads need to turn into opportunities of some sort to where you can actually get contracts. And then, you can't just rely, okay, now I got a signed contract waiting for the payday. That's not always true, because not every contract is going to close. So that's what I'm always telling my acquisition managers, that just because you got a contract doesn't mean you're getting paid. Hopefully that's the case. That's the goal, obviously. Getting paid at the end of the day is what our company needs for us all to succeed. But it's just not reality, especially as you start scaling up and going into more markets and that kind of thing. And also another reason a property or contract can't close is maybe you completely bought it wrong just because you don't know the area yet. Maybe you're new to a specific market, and maybe it's literally block by block on these comps, and you're using comps from a block over, and it just doesn't work. That is the case. We've seen that happen before. And a lot of times that's why you have your inspection period. You're like, well, I have to back out of it. Unfortunately, we try not to do that. We try our best to never make it our fault that a contract won't close, but it does happen on occasion. But it is typically because of contract or title issues is the main reason that a contract won't close. But the point is, I just wanted to be vulnerable and honest. It's not all unicorns and rainbows or whatever you want to call it in this business. There are ups and downs all the time, and that's just part of being a business owner. I'm definitely looking for a full-time acquisition manager, somebody who's willing to work all day, every day from their computer, from home. You still have flexibility to kind of do what you need to do when you need to do it. But at the end of the day, I need somebody working 8 to 10 hours a day, and you're going to get paid very nicely for that. So if you know anyone, let me know. But just kind of let you know my daily struggle, as far as life goes right now. But, it's all good. That's just part of the business. There's always different positions that we have to filter through sometimes. That's just part of, owning a business. And, I've experienced that over the last 10 years being a business owner. So that's just part of it. But it's even more important in this business, I feel, as far as the acquisition role goes, because obviously I could do acquisitions myself, but then that takes me away from actually running the company, looking at the full company KPIs, doing the marketing, because I still do that. I'm pretty hands-on with the marketing, just making sure that our machine is fed, because without it being fed, then there's no leads spitting out. Without leads spitting out, there's no opportunities to potential contracts. Without opportunities, obviously, you're not getting contracts, and without contracts, there's no paydays. So that's where it is, man. We just gotta keep going and keep hiring. I feel like, especially the people I've talked to. I went to a mastermind recently. It was basically 50 of the biggest wholesalers in the country. We all got together in Tulum, Mexico, and just kind of talked shop and the whole future of everything, and they all have those same struggles, because we talked about those things too. And most companies that have scaled up, they're hiring 24 hours a day, pretty much. They're always adding people, looking for people on acquisitions, dispositions, transaction coordinators, cold callers, lead assistants, whatever, all kinds of different things you could have people doing to help you out in your business, because that's the thing, as you scale, you can't do everything yourself. So that's the problem. It's not realistic for me to actually do acquisitions anymore, because I don't have time to do it. I would fail at that because I can't take the time away from marketing or from running the business and all the other things, managing flips that we're doing and managing my rentals, all those other things. I can't take time away from all those things to be able to do acquisitions. That's why I hire people, right? So that's why I think it's important to maybe always hire. And then at least if you have 2 or 3 acquisition managers, the cream's always going to rise to the top, and you'll just filter through people, and then you just keep hiring. You keep getting better and better people. It's kind of been my experience and what I've talked to other big time players in the game. That's kind of how they do it. So, but that's always a struggle in every business. It's always people. That's the hardest part of any business, for sure. We definitely have our processes down. We've got our systems down. Everything that we do, it's definitely a machine. The way that our leads come into our system, how you call on those and react to those leads. And it filters all the way through to transactions after you get a contract, then dispositions on selling those deals, and doing that at a national level. So we definitely have all that down. We've got that down. And that's why we can definitely scale and grow now at this point. We're ready to take on the world. but it's always people. You know, people are the most important part of any business, including wholesaling real estate. So anyways, that's my vent, my little rant. Just letting you guys know that acquisition managers are super important. There's always struggles in business, and that's just one of mine that I'm facing right now. So I'm definitely looking. If anybody knows anyone out there, you get to work from home, and you'll definitely make six figures because you just follow what we do, and that's it. But you know, not everybody's self-motivated, and I understand that. And it's no dig on anybody because it's just not for everybody. That's just the reality of it. So anyways, thanks for listening. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And hit me a thumbs up if you don't mind, and drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. And I'll see you guys in future videos. Thanks a lot.